立法會主席。 發言，石禮謙議員就政府帳目委員會第72號 A 報告書向本會發言。石禮謙議員。
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the Public Accounts Committee, I have the honor to table our report number 72A. This is the committee's second report on the Director of Audit, report number 72. It contains our conclusions and recommendations on the chapter of planning, provision, and management of public car park spaces. The first report, which focused on the employment services provided by the Labor Department, was circulated to members in July and tabled in the Council on 16 October this year. I would like to take this opportunity to briefly recap the two main concerns of the committee on the employment services provided by the Labor Department. The committee expresses grave concern and finds it unacceptable that the Labor Department had not proactively reviewed the modes in delivering its employment and recruitment services in response to the changing needs of employer and job seekers in recent years. The Labor Department is urged to conduct a comprehensive review to rationalize these services with a view to meeting the needs of job seekers of different age groups. The job seekers with special needs, including ethnic minority job seekers and job seekers with disabilities, the committee expresses grave concern and finds it unacceptable that some of the Labor Department programs specially designed for these job seekers were losing their attractiveness. The Labor Department could not effectively assist these job seekers in seeking jobs. The committee urges the Labor Department to step up efforts in assisting job seekers with special needs to secure placement and stay in their placement for a longer period of time. For the committee's present report, number 72A, on planning, provision, and management of public parking spaces, the committee notes that there have been a great concern among the public about the insufficient number of parking spaces for licensed vehicles, in particularly the private cars. The shortage problem is getting worse in recent years. From 2006 to 2018, the total number of licensed commercial vehicles, private cars, and motorcycles increased by 44% to around 744,000, while that of parking space only increased by around 12% to 757,000. Over the same period, the overall ratio of parking spaces to vehicles dropped from 1.32 to 1.02 and will further drop below 1 in the coming years based on administration's projection. The ratio for private cars decreased significantly in the same period from 1.51 to 1.1 due to the substantial growth in the number of private cars. The committee expresses grave dismay and finds it unacceptable about the inadequacies of the Transport and Housing Bureau as the policy bureau on the subject in its long-term planning of car parking provision and in addressing the growth in the size of vehicle fleets. These inadequacies have led to persistently insufficient supply of parking spaces to meet the parking demand of licensed vehicles. The committee also expresses grave dismay and finds it unacceptable that the Transport Department, as the department responsible for the parking-related matters for licensed vehicles, have failed to make appropriate planning and to take timely measures to alleviate the shortage and shortfall of parking spaces for private cars. The Transport Department is strongly urged to take appropriate measures to increase the supply of parking spaces to meet the widening shortfall. The committee notes that the use of automated parking system was one of the long-term remedial measures formulated in the administration's report on parking demand in 2002 to address the parking shortage. However, it was not until some 16 years later, in 2018, that the Transport Department commissioned a consultant to conduct a pilot study on the feasibility of developing public car parks with such systems. And subject to the findings of the study, the construction of pilot projects in batches will only commence from 2001. The committee strongly urges the Transport Department to closely monitor the progress of the pilot study and step up efforts in implementing the system. Lastly, I wish to record my appreciation of the contribution by members of the committee. Our gratitude goes to the witnesses who attended the hearings held by the committee, and I would like to express our gratitude to the Director of Audit and his colleague for their unfailing support. Last but not the least, to the Secretariat and Clerk of the PAC. Thank you, Chairman.
質詢，第一項質詢，張超雄議員。